I'm so grateful that you are joining me today. I want to talk today about feeling stuck on your path. This ascension path is filled with so many amazing moments, but it's also filled throughout the journey with periods where you may feel stuck. You may feel disconnected. You're just not sure what to do next. Maybe you're in a situation that no longer resonates with you and you can't really muster up that energy or motivation to change it or to move forward. That could be a relationship that maybe no longer serves you. That could be a job, a career, a position that you feel just isn't in alignment with who you are now, but yet something keeps you stuck. It keeps you in the same space, the same frequency, and that just continues to manifest more of this feeling of why can't I get past this thing? It's feeling stuck. So the ascension journey really it's filled with amazing magical moments, but it's also filled with these moments where you're going to feel disconnected and maybe you're not going to feel like you're in tune with your intuition and you just don't know like what are you supposed to do, right? And because of how we're programmed, we want to have expectations laid out for us, don't we? I mean, I know I feel better when I can predict what's coming next, right? That's just human nature. That's how we're programmed, right? That's why we go, we go through the education system and some of you may go to college and you're going to go get a career, right? We have these steps along our journey that are created based on expectations, and when those expectations unfold in a way that is, we expect them to, we tend to feel safer. We feel better about ourselves. And it's not necessarily because on an energetic level we're really expanding, but what's happening is we feel safe because our life is unfolding based on how we expect it to, based on how others expect it to. Maybe it's your significant other, maybe it's your parents, your teachers, your mentors, right? They have this expectation for you as to what your path or your journey is supposed to look like. And something interesting starts to happen as you start to expand consciousness and you start to get your energy moving. Your higher self starts to drop in a little bit more. You may not even be aware that this is happening, but your higher self starts to drop in and it starts to get you to take a step back from the programmed actions that you're taking day in and day out, and it starts to hold space for you to be able to awaken to a greater path or greater opportunities that maybe weren't on your radar because you've been locked in to a life, you've had this envisioned life that really manifests according to these programmed expectations. And your higher self really starts to get your attention with this when the expected results or the expected path based on that programming no longer feels right. It no longer feels like it serves you. Okay? And that's when you could start to really feel stuck in life. Like maybe you're in this relationship and you're in it still because you are expected to be in this relationship, right? Maybe, in your family lineage, nobody ever separated. Or maybe you're in a career that no longer resonates with you because you were told, when you were in college, this would be a great way to earn a living, but you're not feeling it anymore. But you look back at your family history or you're looking at people around you and they're not changing careers. They're staying where they were, right? But your higher self's starting to come in now and it's like, okay, I'm going to get your attention, okay? And I'm going to hold space for you to start to realize that this path that you're on is not serving you, okay? But here's where it gets interesting. You start to feel stuck when you start to resist that energy, that intuitive guidance, that nudge from your higher self. And you don't even know that that's where it's coming from at this point. You're just starting to feel unhappy and unfulfilled, okay? But the interesting thing is you have this programming that says, oh, no, we can't make a change. We got to stick this out because that fits within our expectations, right? That's the known. That's what's comfortable here. So you can't make a change. But yet your higher self is continuing to drop in and hold space, create space for you. And you're starting to peel away from the expectations, and you're starting to get some guidance that comes forward. You're starting to get these little nudges. And here, I mean, this really starts to get interesting. Okay. You start to peel back the goggles. You're like, okay, I'm in this career, don't like it, doesn't resonate with me anymore. It's not serving me anymore. I feel like I've gotten everything out of it that I need to. And you start to hear that voice inside. It starts to percolate up to here. And that voice just starts to tell you, what if there was something else out there? What if there's something better out there? What if, right? So when you're locked into the expectations and you're not entertaining those types of thoughts, that guidance from your higher self, that's going to create those feelings of being stuck. Okay. And the purpose of the feelings of being stuck is to get you to peel back those virtual goggles, to get out of the expectations thinking mode, to get out of that program thinking mode, and start to allow something new to come forward. And maybe what comes forward is something that is completely contrary to what your parents have done, your grandparents have done, people around you have done, the group you hang with has done. It's something completely different, right? It's an unknown. It's like, okay, I'm midlife and I'm going to make a huge change with my career. Okay, people could look at you and say, what are you, nuts? Right? But you have created that space. Your higher self is coming through you now. This energy is starting to move. Okay? So when we look at making, being stuck, when we're stuck in that dense energy and we're not seeing the bigger picture, we're not aligning with our higher self, we're not hearing our intuition or feeling our intuition, those nudges, what happens is we could think, okay, yeah, I don't like this, but I'm going to try to stick it out, and I'm going to bring willpower here forward. I'm going to bring motivation forward, and I'm going to continue to trudge through this because maybe in the future things are going to feel better for me. Okay, maybe this relationship's going to feel better for me in the future if I just muster up the willpower to stay in this relationship. I know it's not serving me. I know I'm not happy, right? I'm not happy in this career, whatever situation that is for you. It's just not lighting me up anymore. I truly feel like I've gotten everything out of it that I need to. And I do want to mention that sometimes we stay in situations because we haven't gotten everything out of it that we need to yet. And the pain of facing what we need to face is so great that we want to jump ship into something else. And relationships are a great example from this. So if you have a partner who is narcissistic and they're making you feel like a victim or maybe making you feel very disempowered, and that opportunity to step into your power is too great for you to do at this moment, you may leave the relationship, but in most cases you're going to end up in another relationship that exhibits the same energy. Okay, so I'm not talking about that here. What I'm talking about is I have stayed in a situation too long. I'm feeling empowered. I'm feeling like this no longer serves me, but I'm stuck because I don't know what to do next. Okay, so we tend to live the same day over and over and over again from that perspective of being stuck. Okay, and that's where that unknown can be so frightening. It's just so frightening because we have an expectation of what our life was supposed to look like. Yeah, this old thing that no longer is serving me matches that expectation, but there's something in me now that says it's time to make a change. Okay, and the difference between what I was talking about before and what I'm talking about now is that you are ready to make a change, but not a lateral change into the same energetic situation. It just manifests differently. For example, a relationship would manifest as a different person, but same energy, maybe somebody who's narcissistic. Okay? But this is completely different. This is I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll, but I'm just feeling stuck. And you no longer have the energy to continue to push through the old job, career, or even relationship. It's just the energy's not there. So you no longer, it's not like you're going to will yourself through it. You've put that baggage down. You're done with that. You're just like, I'm ready to make a change, but I'm just feeling stuck. I don't know what to do. And that is leaning into the unknown. So in order for us to expand in consciousness, we are going to be asked by our higher selves to trust, to be able to show ourselves, prove to the universe that we are ready to level up. Okay, because we don't know what we're leveling up into, right? This is something that there's no playbook for. Okay, so when I look at my life through the conditioned programming, you go through the education system, maybe you go get higher educated through college, you get married, you buy the house, so on and so forth. You retire eventually, and here you are, like feeling unfulfilled at the end, right? You follow this expected playbook, and it's later in life, and you've retired if you had the ability to retire, and you're like, you know what? I've accumulated all of these things, but I just still have this hole here. I don't feel fulfilled, right? Well, that's continuing to push through the old and sticking with something, but you're going to be asked by your higher self to lean into something new. Okay, so this expansion, nobody knows what this is going to look like. That's why we're here. We're to experience the unknown. We want to experience the unfolding of higher frequency energy manifesting through us and manifesting as new earth in our reality. We don't know what that's going to look like. We're here to experience it. So you're going to be asked, you're going to be given opportunities throughout your life to put down the old way of being, right? And to lean into the unknown. Okay, and you may be feeling stuck because you are not quite ready to put down the known and lean into the unknown. Okay, and starting to move in that direction could be as very simple as taking one tiny little inspired action step into the unknown, doing something that maybe you have been afraid to do. Okay. So if you're in a relationship and you're afraid, you know it no longer serves you, but it's comfortable because it's the known, maybe it's time to get out there in a different way and start to get out there as a more embodied version of you, more confident version of you. Okay, maybe just a small action step. Go out socially, get out. Okay, if it's a career that you know is a dead end for you, but you've been feeling stuck because it's the known, maybe it's time to take a step in another direction and maybe start to get your energy moving, feel empowered, feel confident that you are ready to navigate a little bit of the unknown and maybe start looking in a different direction for something. And maybe it's, it's not a lateral move, the same type of a career. Maybe it's something completely different. Maybe it's something that lights you up, something that's in alignment with something that really gets your energy going, right? Now, doesn't fit within the box of the known. Remember, that box of the known is what's been making you feel stuck. It's time to blow the lid off the box of the known and take a little step into the unknown. Okay? It's interesting how very quickly that gets energy moving and all of a sudden you no longer feel stuck. Right? It's your ego. It's just your programming that's been preventing you from doing that. It wants to stay in the known. It's comfortable. It doesn't want to lean into the uncomfortable or the unknown. But your higher self now, in this ascension journey, this rise in consciousness that we're all experiencing, is being activated within you. It's coming into your vessel. You're drawing it in. It's anchoring here. And it's holding space for you. And its calling card is this growing feeling of feeling stuck. It is showing you that there's another way. Okay? Now, the other way is not to stay where you're at and muster up the motivation and the willpower to keep it going. Right? It's to put that down and to expand and lean into the new. Lean into the unknown. That's where amazing opportunities manifest. When I'm looking through the lens of expectation, I'm not seeing all the amazing opportunities that the universe is presenting to me out here. I'm only looking at the known. Okay, and your higher self's going to say, okay, hey, you're only looking at the known. Well, how am I going to get your attention with that? Well, here's this dense energy that has been keeping you in the known. We're going to activate, we're going to bring this up into your experience, and you're going to feel stuck. You're going to experience that stuckness. Okay. So what do? We start to bring it inward, and we accept that we're feeling stuck right now. We don't try to muscle our way through it. I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to make some more money, and then I won't feel so stuck, right? And we do that, and then the stuck feelings come back. No, we don't go in that direction now. That's the known. We bring it into the unknown. We bring it into the body, and we start to embrace this feeling of being stuck. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm accepting that I'm feeling stuck right now. I'm accepting it. I'm not resisting it. I'm not going to go distract myself only for it to come back in a bigger way down the road. I'm going to feel this right now. And you know what? It's okay that I'm feeling stuck, because me pausing and feeling this, allowing myself to feel this energy right now, is allowing me to shift what's happening in my experience. I'm no longer unconsciously following the old expected playbook. I'm turning everything on its heels. I'm doing a 180 shift. And instead of avoiding or resisting that feeling of being stuck, I'm accepting it. Okay? And I'm also putting together the pieces here that the life I have been living was keeping me stuck. Now I'm just finally feeling it. It's becoming conscious. I'm becoming aware of this. Okay? Once you do that, more of your higher self instantly drops in. It's like you open up a doorway. You become more conscious, and higher frequency light drops in. And you start to detach from the old situation. You're like, yeah, that was how I expected my life to look like. But now I'm seeing that's not what my life has to look like. I'm in control now, not the programming, not the expectations. And I am present in the body. I've breathed into the body. I've slowed down my heart rate by focusing on my breath. I've accepted feeling stuck. And that feeling stuck led me to a realization that I'm in control and I can make a change. I don't know what that change is. Maybe I get a little bit anxious of not knowing. That's leaning into the unknown, isn't it? So I have to accept that too, don't I? Yeah, I don't know right now what my next move is. I don't know right now what my next relationship is. I don't know what my next job is or my career. I don't know. But that's okay. It's going to bring up some anxiety. You sit with that too. You breathe with it. Okay? The anxiety is your ego saying, no, 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 let's stay in the known. See, if I don't want to feel that anxiety, I end up going back to the known. And nothing ever changes. So I feel the anxiety. I'm leaning into something new. I'm leaning into the unknown. Okay? And again, you further detach from the old expected, programmed life that you've been living for decades. The life that's led to feeling unfulfilled. And now your higher self's bringing itself forward and helping you to feel that stuckness so that you could finally become more conscious and make a change. Okay, it's about taking your power back. Am I letting unconscious, subconscious programming control my life? Or am I going to take my power back without knowing what comes next and allowing myself to be okay with that? That's how you lean into the new. That's how you start to become unstuck. And there is a whole host of energetic techniques and mindset shifts. I've just touched upon them today in this training that are available to help that land and to help really get your energy moving and to help shift your reality into alignment with one that feels fulfilling and one that serves you. So I wanted to just make a quick announcement that I am once again opening up enrollment for my A New You program, and it's going to be opening up soon. If you're interested in learning more about it, where we dive into all these amazing techniques to get your energy moving, to really cultivate lasting change on your journey instead of sliding back to where you were, go ahead and click the link in the description of this video, and you can join the wait list for that. There's going to be an announcement coming in a couple of weeks with more information about the program. So make sure, if you're truly serious about getting unstuck and learning the tools and the techniques that you need to truly cultivate lasting change, make sure you sign up for the wait list today. Again, there'll be more information on that coming in the next few weeks. I'm so grateful that you joined me. I hope you got a lot of value out of this training today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.